Those that don't know, Red Path is a like channel specialist for World Eaters. Like a faction specialist channel. That's what I want to say. A faction specialist channel for the World Eaters. So they do all things World Eaters all the time. And I have no idea what's going on in this video. All I know is that they've got World Eater Codex matchup tier list. And apparently there's some beef at 51.38. So we've got it to 51.30 now. Let's see what happens. All right.
Okay, I'll go with that. I mean, I'm not going to fight over that one too much.
Okay. Astra Militarum. You have a lot more reps into this than I do.
I don't...
I've played like the new guard book, I think 3 times, and it's always been relatively fine.
Just depends what flavor. I mean...
It depends what flavor. There's a lot of stuff going around.
I've ever had playing 40k was during the Bridgehead meta.
Oh, yeah.
That's fair.
I would say, like, consistently, if I was to, like...
I don't have any beef with that.
Name my top 10 least fun 40k moments, like games, meta states, whatever. It's like probably like I would say a solid 7 out of 10 of those are based around guard or like things guard have done.
And you know it, like
what? What? All right, well, all right. Well, I was just chilling on this one. I was just chilling on this one. Hold the fucking phone. Okay, right. We got some beef, boys. We got some fucking beef.
Guard is just such a shit army.
They've owned the top of the meta several times. Like, they have been...
They hate us because they ain't us. They hate us because they ain't us. Oh, I'm sorry. Did somebody put a gun to your head and force you to collect a boring one-dimensional army that's only got one playstyle? Oh, I'm going to run at you and then I'm going to advance and charge. Why are you blaming me for your shit life choices, bro? Why are you blaming me for your shit life choices? Fucking hell. Fucking hell. Jealousy is not green-eyed. Jealousy is red chain-axed.
The big dog or in the top 3 several times throughout that edition.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And
when they're not...
With a 42% win rate because we're just that fucking good. Oh, guard dominates. 42% win rate. I mean, that just goes to show that every guard player is just being nice. We're just being nice. We could have a 50, 60, 70% win rate. We could do. But you know what? We meme it up and we give you guys a chance. We give you guys a chance to play with your little toys. Mate, you're using fucking pointy sticks. Pointed sticks. In the 41st millennium. It's not my fault you didn't learn how to pick up a fucking gun. Alright? Why did you think stabbing people was going to be a valid form of warfare? Come on.
No, like their player-based language is so hard. It's crazy. They're like...
And then they talk themselves into probably next slate. You're going to see Ruggle Dorans get... tank commanders probably get a point drop or something, right?
As it should be. As it should be, because Rogel Dawns aren't actually very good. People look at Rogel Dawns on paper and they wank them off or complain about Rogel Dawns on paper. But the reality is, you know what? The reality is, it's a red herring. It's a fucking red herring. Yeah, everybody complain about the Dawns. Just leave the Lehman Russes alone. Oh yeah, those Rogel Dawns, they definitely need a nerf. Yeah, they do. Yeah. fucking yeah. Rogel Dawn needs to take a bullet for the team. I'm telling you. I mean, I think it should actually get a buff. I actually think it should get a buff. But it is, to me, it is the mark of someone who doesn't actually fully understand the current guard meta if they say that Rogel Dawns are strong. That's the thing. They're not. Okay? They're a red herring. I'm not saying that they're weak. To be clear, I'm not saying they're weak. But what I'm saying is, Leman Russes is where the real spice is. People just the Russ fleet beats the Dawn fleet every time, every fucking time, both into other armies and in a guard v guard matchup.
Oh,
It has to. Or they're like, hitting on 4s was harsh. We'll just make it see hit on 3s with your indirect or something. So I don't know. They're gonna.
I feel like guard has just like gone.
I mean, if you want to make me hit on 3s indirect, I won't complain. But what is this? Indirect is so last year, darling. Indirect is so last year. Come on, Brian. Brian, come on. Come on, buddy. You can't still be complaining about indirect fire. If you're still... Indirect fire lives rent-free in this man's head. I want to make it clear. I'm only teasing. I want to make it, there's no real... I want to make it clear, because if this ever gets back to Brian, if this ever gets back to Dara, I actually want to say, mad respect for the guys, mad respect for the channel. I do like the channel, actually. I should have said this at the beginning. I don't want people getting the wrong end of the stick. I actually like the channel. There's a reason I subscribed to the channel before watching this video and all that kind of stuff. I do dip into their content fairly regularly. I actually should have done a meetup at a game versus Dara, but when he wanted to do it, I was building... I was just about going full time with MG, so I was just like mad busy. Wouldn't have time. And I actually have more time to do it now. I'm just saying, I'm not ducking you, but I had more time to do it now than I did when it first sort of got proposed. But anyway, point is, I like these guys, so I'm giving them shit. But it's mostly in. Please understand, it's through the lens of friendly banter, not actually any real beef. Anyway, continuing on. Let us dine on our juicy beef. All right, there we go.
Is leaning into this wonderful armored new meta that we're facing into, and it's just hull spam, right, for guard. I feel like that's the
they were always doing that.
Hashtag mech up. Hashtag mech up. If you didn't want to be purged, you shouldn't have been a traitor. Hashtag turning point terror. Also, can I just say, what is this? What do you mean this? How old is this video? This video better not be that old. 5 hours ago. What do you mean emerging vehicle meta? Bro, it's been a vehicle meta since day fucking 1 of 10th edition. If you're only just picking up on the fact that 10th edition is a vehicle and monster meta, I don't know, man. I don't know. If you're only just picking up on that, I can't. I'm just saying, you must have got the short bus to the Traitor Legions. I'm just saying.
After Bridgehead went away, they were just to say, okay, I'm just gonna play four Dorns and call it a day.
Yeah.
Dawn spam is the mark of the moron. Dawn spam is so uncivilized. The Leman Russ is the ambassador's choice.
I mean, everybody is now deciding to be toxic, and Guard is like, we've always been the problem in the corner. So, I mean,
serious beef. But I actually have said, that Guard has been good since day 1 of 10th edition. You guys will go back and watch those first streams from the launch of 10th edition when we saw the Guard Index. And I was just like, none of these data sheets are bad. All of these data sheets are good. Like, we've got such a solid foundation. We've had such a solid foundation since the beginning. So I don't actually disagree with what this guy said. I think the big thing when facing... On a serious note, I think the big thing when facing Guard is that because we have such a broad roster, we can really skew very heavily. You know, we can skew into pure infantry. We can skew into pure tank. We can skew into meta, into mech, I should say, which is different to, you know, armor. Obviously, armored is tanks. Mech is tanks. Is mechanized infantry. So Guard definitely has because of how cheap we are, we definitely Although it's funny, we're cheap in some ways, but I see some guard lists and they've hardly got anything in them. So it's kind of interesting. You're cheap if you make the right choices, but if you make the wrong choices, you find it surprisingly hard to actually get the volume and the quantity that you need as guard. But we definitely have been a factor that's been able to skew. Yeah. I won't deny it. I
mean, I would much rather.
I don't love the matchup.
I would much rather fight 9 Leman Russes than 12 Dogs and Canis. I would do that all day.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
don't think
Agreed.
it's nearly as bad as that.
War Dogs and Armigers. I think we'll reach common ground on that. Fuck that noise. Yeah. 100%.
It's very annoying though.
It is annoying.
It's not even like a game that I'm necessarily like I'm going to lose this. It's just a game that I'm like I want it to be over. You know.
I mean, 9 Leman Russes is pretty easy to beat. But I guess you say he just doesn't like facing that many tanks. I mean, bro. Guard has been the tank faction for like 30 years at this point. I think you're just gonna have to come to terms with it. They're not gonna change that.
I just need to get past this part of my life. It's the monotony of it, you know? Like, at least with, like, CK or IK, you're kind of like, ooh, you kind of feel like it's like Pacific Rim or, you know, something like that. Like, you're felling this giant oak tree. But with Guard, you're just like, there goes one Leman Russ.
Here's some
Gotta
rats,
do it, like,
with with snipers killed Karn the Betrayer. And here's...
Yeah.
Ha! Of all the flavors in the universe, you choose to be salty. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I think Knights look way lamer than Leman Russes. Leman Russes look like tanks. Tanks are cool. I'm just saying, different strokes, different folks. You know, different strokes, different folks. But I'm just saying, if you're gonna start coming after our aesthetic, that's not cool, bro. That's not cool. That hits us on a personal level. You know? I'm not out here ragging on fucking World Eater aesthetic. I'm not out here ragging on the fact that for 2 years, you guys basically just had Angron and friends at the same cookie cutter bullshit list for like the last fucking 2 years. And that, you know, it's that Angron got played so much that he was actually boring to look at. I'm not saying that. I might have said that quite a few times.
Everything about it is just like, this is frustrating me.
I don't think it's a clinch game. I think you actually have to thoughtfully think out what they can do. They have access.
And that right there, my friends, thinking man's game, is why they don't like playing into the Guard. Because what they want to do is just run. They just want to run at you and go, blah, 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 blah. Oh, I won. And when you make a World Eater player think, you make him very upset and very angry. I don't want to think. I want to be entertained.
To less meaningful activations than something like Knights do. But if you just walk out in the middle of the table, you'll get tabled by 9 Leman Russes. You can't just get stat checked by 9.
Who the fuck is taking 9 Leman Russes? Like, seriously, I feel like these guys are fighting demons that don't exist. They're fighting imaginary demons. Who the fuck is taking 9 Leman Russes? Do you know what I mean? No one's taking for 9 Leman Russes. I've not seen any competitive list be 9 Leman Russes. Like 5 Leman Russes and 5 Chimeras. That's the sweet spot. But no one's taking 9 Leman Russes. Come on. Come on, buddy. Stop chatting shit. Why you always lying? You're fucking lying.
9 Leman Russes. I don't think we necessarily struggle to kill them.
You can always, like, because, like, they tend to clump up, so you can always, like, bad touch, like, 4 Leman Russes with 3 Exalted 8-band, and, like, 2 of them will die when they fall back.
Or they stand.
Who the fuck are these people playing? Who the fuck is out here clumping up 4 Leman Russes? You're talking about people who clearly aren't particularly good at the game, and then you're complaining about playing into guard. It doesn't match up. It doesn't compute. So you're not complaining about guard being powerful, but you are complaining about guard being powerful.
All guardsmen, follow me to glory!
I'm confused.
Still and shoot straight down, kill the exalted, but that means that those Russes.
That's all they're doing. Yeah.
That's all they're doing, right?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I think the matchup's manageable.
Yeah.
Um,
I would push it kind of like to the upper end of Thinking Man's game, just because it's like, I don't know. For me anyway, it's always a case of like, I gotta make sure I don't fall asleep in this game. It's like that's the thinking aspect
so
for me.
harsh.
You know? Oh
So
man,
harsh.
I actually.
How dare you?
I only have one rule.
How dare
Everyone
you?
fights, no one quits. You don't do your job, I'll shoot you.
I am vexed. It vexes me. I'm terribly vexed. I feel like the experience that these players have had versus guard is very, very, very different to the experience that I have personally, and I'm not talking about what I've played, I have personally seen at the competitive tabletop. I've not seen anyone take guard with 9 Lehman Russes. I've not seen anyone clumping those Russes up. I've not seen anyone, like, guard players take infantry screens and they have the infantry marching up in front of the tanks, and then they have the tanks behind, or they've got or you've got like mechanized and stuff like that. Like, guard players might occasionally like meme with there's always meme lists, but like, how is this your go-to example of a faction? Like on a serious note, I am very, very curious as to like what experience they've had into guard, because it sounds like either their local meta consists of some very, very fluffy, like, I like tanks, like guard players, or that they've had like one bad experience and they've kind of extrapolated it out. So yeah, I don't know. I am a little curious about this, because the stuff that they're saying does not line up with my own experience and the experience that I have seen looking around the gaming hall. Just looking at other guard players and how they operate and how they work. Like, one of the most competitive guard armies out there for a time was running like 2 big blobs of Kriegers and a couple of squads of like, they haven't mentioned Kazakin inside Tauroxes once. Do you know what I mean? And that's like a really big thing. Like, the Taurox full of Kazakin is a really big thing, but they've mentioned like 4 Rogol Dawns. No one who's serious has taken 4 Rogol Dawns. No one. I don't know, and I would like. Like I said, I'm curious. I'm not shitting on them right now. I'm genuinely not shitting on them. I'm genuinely curious to know like what experiences have gone into shaping this, because it's very much at odds with my real life on tabletop sort of observations, both in my games and looking at other people's games.
I like the Imperial Guard as a team, and I love the Decor of Krieg, but I'm just like, on the table, like, they just never have had an interesting playstyle that seems fun. And like, I don't know if I've really played many people playing Guard that also seem like they're actually enjoying the game. So there's one person I can think of, but yeah. Anyway,
I wonder
Necrons.
what flavor of +1 to hit or +3 to move I'm going to have. Necrons.
Your whole thing is melee. You're out here throwing fucking shades like, oh, I wonder what flavor of, am I going to have, I feel no pain in my guys, or am I going to go for like advance and charge? Oh, fuck off. Fuck off. Your army rule is fucking Yahtzee. Go fuck yourself. Your army rule is a child's game. Your army rule is a child's game, and you're out here giving me shit. I'm just saying, people in glass houses should not be throwing chain axes. I'm just saying. I really, really strongly feel like these guys have played like 1 or 2 guard players each, and just they happen to have come across some like Spurgy Grognard. Do you know what I mean? Swords with 87, World Its Codex is not only melee. You sort of throw lies. I am generalizing a little bit, but allow me to for comedic effect, please. Yeah. Yeah. I do think it is highly ironic that the guys whose faction is... The guys who have such a one-dimensional faction are giving shit to Guard for being one-dimensional, when that is so at odds with the fact that one of the greatest... the thing is, at the beginning of the video, they said, but what flavor of Guard are you going into? So I don't know. I don't know. I feel like mad shit is being spoken.
Another army that has like consistently been in the top of all of 10th edition.
But I've never really felt world leaders have struggled with the problems that they present.
I think there was like, we had momentary struggles with the Wraith Brick before we kind of like cracked the exact perfect way to deal with it.
Oh, they talk about Eldar now.
I think maybe we had a...
Let's talk about Eldar now. Okay, well, that was quite beefy. But on a serious note, go and check out the Red Path. Go and I'll put a link to the video so you guys can go take a look. Go and give it a like. Go and give it a subscribe if you like what they do. The guys there are genuinely good players, knowledgeable players. They do very well with World Eaters. They know what they're talking about. I am just giving them some. I'm just giving them some mad shit. But yeah, they're good lads. Go check them out. Red Path, good lads. All right. Would you like to know more? If so, then please consider becoming a channel member or patron. By supporting the channel, not only will you be doing your part, but you'll also be helping me create more content for your viewing pleasure and unlocking a whole host of perks. You get everything from a badge next to your name, custom emojis, but the big one is access to the Mordian Glory Discord server, an online community with almost 2,500 active members. It's always popping off in the MG Discord. We've got channels for army lists, hobbying, tactics, stories, and even a pretty spicy meme section as well. For all you greenhorns that wanted to see the Mordian glory hole, today is your lucky day. And joking aside, I do want to say a massive thank you to all of the current channel members and patrons. You guys are amazing. Truly the lifeblood of the channel. I could not do Mordian Glory full time without the incredible and generous support of my members. So thank you guys so much. And last but certainly not least, I want to say a personal thank you to all of my top tier Patreons. These are the War Masters, the people who have truly gone above and beyond the call of duty. So a heartfelt thank you to Alex Dengal, Bon Vert, Lord Pryor, Mark Panconi, RJ Scorpion, Swordfish Trombone, Try Again Bragg, John Stubbs, Nick Walsh, Diesel Fox, and August Barney. Seriously guys, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Your support is incredible and it makes a huge difference. Thank you so much. That's all for now. Hope you've all enjoyed today's video, and of course, as always, see you guys next time.